What's going on, Next Level Nation? Johnny F here with Next Level Warrior, and today we're doing something a little bit different. We're taking a trip out of town, appreciating nature in all of its autumn glory, to dig for some crystals. So, stay tuned. This is a first. This is unbelievable. It's actually 6 and I'm leaving with my friend who's in the car there. Normally makes it way longer for that to happen. See her? Say hi. You probably can't see her. Anyways, 2 hours into the trip now, and we are picking up some gas, making a little bit of a pit stop. But we've got about 2 hours to go, maybe 2.5 hours on the journey before we get over to the smart mine. So, still gotta find coordinates to the exact location, but I'll probably be posting them in the description below. See you guys. We have arrived at the smart mine, just on our way deeper, but over there's where you're going to be coming from, just off of Wittke Road. You can pretty well bring your car through at least this far, because our car made it. And when you make your way to this fork in the road and there's a big pine, make sure that you stick to the right. So, let's go. Came by here in the early spring, sometime in, I think it was the first weekend of May. A solo trip for my rest and recovery, and it was my first time over here at the smart mine. Took me a little while to find an actual spot. Found another local rockhounder over here, and she gave me some fantastic tips and tricks. She had a lot more experience than I do in this, but once I kind of surveyed the area, poked around a little bit, found the Amazonite patch, which is a little bit further up to the right. When you do make your way deeper in, not too far past the last of the parking area just over here, you're gonna come across to the specific mailbox that you'll want to drop in your $10. Right, just slide it in through there, that they use for upkeep the property and keep it open and sustainable for people to come around here. From what I've heard, every now and then they also do bring by an excavator, and I would love to be here in one of those times because they literally just go right into it with heavy machinery, and you can dig in fresh new veins and uproot some fantastic crystals. As you come deeper into the location, you can obviously see lots of the trenches where people have been digging over the years, and tons of this gorgeous pink calcite. Some might think it's rose quartz, but this is not the case. Basically, where you find this stuff, like this guy right here, is definitely where you'll find the other crystals growing in it. As my understanding, not being a geologist of any sort or mineralogist, is that you require whatever the actual calcite is made out of to compile other components together that helps form the other crystals. Anyways, check out Caper461's videos. He's got way more information on that since he is a mineralogist or geologist. Pardon my ignorance in any of this. I just love to dig for pretty rocks. You can see the likely black amphibole hornblend in this calcite matrix over here. Need to be cleaned up, but I've literally got hundreds of pounds of crystals when I went crazy the first couple of years digging, bringing back everything I wanted home to see what it is, clean it up, gift it out. We're gonna keep venturing in a little bit deeper to get an idea about what we can find here. So let's go. A little bit further down the path that we were walking through, you're gonna come across this big tree and a bit of a fork in the pathway. And I believe, from what I recall, if you head to the right, you'll likely head up to find the Amazonite patch. Yeah, you can pick up some like really cool turquoisey green rocks. It is super solid into the ground. It's something that you definitely need a chisel for, but lots of people have actually chiseled directly into it, so you can pick up tiny little chunks left behind. Check this out.
Big glass.
Oh, that's quite an extraordinary color. I already took home a bunch of it. That would be a nice slab to take home. You'd need like a jackhammer or something to get that out. Looks like people have actually brought in saws to get at this stuff. Definitely. There's some other pieces that Julie's found. First time I was here, the woman that I met was, I believe she was digging right in there, give or take, and showed me. She didn't have the right tools, but she was showing me some really nice pieces of zircon that she just wasn't able to get out, and was like, yeah, totally go for it. You've got the chisels, you've got everything, but I left it. It's waiting there for someone to grab, unless someone's grabbed it this season. But there's always lots and tons to collect. You just might have to move some serious dirt. It just keeps on going up and up and up. It's funny. We were just talking about some like really nice rigid pieces of red apatite that I found, and Julie just found a little piece left behind by someone here earlier in the season. But yeah, it just kind of gives you an idea. Beautiful like hexagonal shape, super red, sitting right on the calcite matrix. Anyways, we're gonna keep trekking around before we find a spot to actually dig, but here's a little bit of a glimpse on this huge calcite fissure. I'll give you an idea how it goes down. You could literally just start digging.
Just chipping right off.
Julie has found a huge piece of apatite, likely, very likely the kind that we won't be able to get out because it's buried and stuck growing still in the calcite. But something really beautiful to see. There's obviously so much more to unearth here. We found a fellow rockhounder here, and he just told us about all these epic titanites that he found, and I want to show you guys this. He said we can show them out, just got to clean them up a little bit. That's gorgeous. It's going to show us the cleaned up piece here. Yeah, you can see the crazy luster on that unit, and wow, that's like a twin piece.
Oh.
There we go. That one's awesome, Matt. Cool. All right, check this out. Just to kind of give you an understanding of it, and you can see the sharp pieces to it. A fellow rockhounder here was telling us just about how well it holds its shape because of all the actual titanium that's within it. Super gorgeous. Magical find. That's probably the best find of the day, would you say?
It's up there, man. That little one, I like that little one with the twin. I like the twins, but...
Super cool. Huge piece. The termination on the end of it, it typically looks like that. Look at that thing. That is massive. I've never actually seen one that big. It's got the varying colors. That's a huge piece. Just to kind of give you an idea of the stuff that you can find out here.
There's the hornblends in there.
Pretty awesome. What happens a lot is you've got different types of people who come out here, right? Some that are just coming strolling through, checking it out. They're not really going to be doing any serious digging. And other people that are just way more serious into it, and they very easily may be missing a lot of like awesome stuff because it's covered in dirt, or they're super experienced, looking for very specific pieces, and will only take and bring out the best of the best. Which is obviously subjective, you know? Some people can find a lot of beauty in certain things and others can't. So what Julie's doing in particular right now, just over yonder, is essentially looking through what people have left behind, probably covered in mud, and, you know, kind of left in these little mounds. You can kind of scavenge through it and see what the rain has washed away over the seasons, and come across some pretty cool stuff. This isn't about the full treasure hunt, it's just kind of a bit of a bonus when it comes to all of this. A word to the wise for those of you that might not be too experienced in this. This is a new thing to you, and maybe you haven't heard this one specific thing. It's a really important one. If you come across a piece, anything, that you're incapable of getting out without destroying it, you definitely want to leave it in there for someone to either appreciate it or be able to get it out properly with the right tools. I learned my lesson pretty quickly when I took a chisel to, you know, what I thought was the outward portion of it, and it would just shatter the pieces. So I'm sorry to the experienced rockhounds, but, you know, we learned our lesson, and now I'm just making amends with it by informing you guys to just kind of be cautious with that stuff. So be careful with it. You just deny the little pieces of mica that you'll find floating around. This is pretty thin stuff in and around here. I've definitely found really thick pieces, some like books, serious books. You can see pages upon pages. You can see it literally just growing out on the sides here, and shimmering all about. There is absolutely tons of this stuff around, and this is really just like what's been washed down through here. If you really just kind of wiggle around, you'll find pieces and chunks of other goodness. But I know what I'm looking for in particular, and I really like to find some really possibly doubly terminated pieces of apatite. Maybe bring home some more chunks of this. This is actually a really nice piece. If I can find one of these whole and it's in a possible octagon shape, that would be awesome. Or hexagon. Correct me in the comments below, I actually don't know, but here's a nice little chunk of apatite, really well shaped. We're pretty well ready to get unloaded with our tools and start digging around. See what we can find. To continue on down that hole where you see that rod, seeing how far along I can take it. There's like the cutest little green apatite in its hole, and it's terminated right on this little thing. So if I found a little green apatite, then that means that there's going to be more. And bigger ones.
Do you have any impromptu words for your audience?
Keep digging and never stop growing. We have been finding some really cool stuff, specifically lots of teeny tiny little titanites, red apatites, some tiny little green ones, a few other little cool things. Just had to make a quick trip over to the car to grab some extra batteries. Julie, you having fun now?
Yeah. Now.
So we've got the last pile that I finished digging up from deep inside that hole over there where you can see my light shining through, and ended up getting a bunch of the stuff off of the actual wall face and just piled it up down over here. Gonna go through it and show you guys what we find. There's another one. Perfect. I've never seen a termination like that. I have never found such a perfectly shaped piece of feldspar. Termination is epic. I got a twin titanite. Yeah. Look at that. Wow. That is so perfect. Incredible. Beautiful titanite. And it has a twin on it. Holy f***, that little twin guy right up top. So perfect. Beautiful other twin. Look at that. Beautiful. Incredible titanite. Here's what some of the apatite pieces look like. This one's actually almost perfectly terminated. It's gorgeous. Red and green variety. And this guy's much more green. Wonder if and there is another one. Or apatite. You guys can't see. Another gorgeous chunk of titanite. Here. Look at that. A baby feldspar.
Oh,
Holy
John.
moly, dude.
And these like look perfect single terminations are coming out.
Wow.
And I'm finding like the other ends of them too.
Good for you.
You just found this one?
That's a nice one.
Yeah. Looks like the sun's setting. We're getting ready to pack up. Now comes the point of
You too.
All right, we are all packed up and we gotta head back to the car. It's such a simple, easy walk to get back over to the car. One of the many advantages that is provided your car can make it here as long as it's not too low to the ground. Thank you guys for tuning in. If you really appreciated the video, make sure to leave a like and don't forget to hit that subscribe button to join the Next Level community and catch new videos posted every week. But if you want to see more videos like these, let me know in the comments down below and I can plan a great one for the spring. And I'll see you guys in the next one.